Greetings. Hey, it's Susie. I think today I just really kind of want to sit here and just be laughing and smiling. I don't know why. It's real windy here. And yesterday I did this really groovy, cool interview with, uh, I was interviewed by the flexible lifestyle community. And I think they like it because, like, every time I'm broadcasting, I'm in an RV. What can I say? What can I say? Anyway, hey, but yeah, so it's like super windy here. So you're going to get some wind bursts. I'm going to open up the window a little bit more. Anyway, I have the flexibility to work out of an RV because the house I'm in, this is, I need my own little private space, my own private time, and maybe you need that too. So, but I share the house, and anyway, so this way I get to laugh and listen to my stuff that's kind of yogi and kind of spiritual, and the rest of the house is like into watching news and everything like that. Make sure they're not listening. Anyway, I just took a walk. So I'm south of Phoenix in Arizona, and I take this walk every day out, and it's kind of I walk. There's sidewalks here. I'm in a like a small city, but I walk on these fields. And what happened is that some of the land developments out here kind of started and then they stopped. They started and stopped. So there's a bunch of those here. So I think there's going to be some potential growth in this area. But lucky for me, because I want to connect more in with Earth, is I get to walk on those developments, and it's cleared, and people are out there riding motorcycles or dirt bikes and four wheelers and stuff. And then there's me walking, and they even have ramps where they dug up some areas for getting some dirt, but some base for road or something. And then there's like these like ramps. So when the motorcycles or the dirt bikes are on there, I walk the ramps too, but I'm making sure that that I'm not going to like have a collision with a supersonically fast person going around. Anyway, feels really good. Really windy here today. I prefer walking in that way versus on the sidewalk, stuff like that. It just kind of feels really, really fun. And I want to show you that. So I'm a Birkenstocks person. I got called out. I had a family intervention years ago. They were like, you're really pretty, but you wear the ugliest shoes ever. And so I just want to say, these are what I walk in right here. However, I want to note, let me see, not this one. Maybe it's this one. Can't remember. Maybe it's this one. Anyway, but my Birkenstocks have usually been really good about holding up. But I'm noticing here I've got some wear on my shoes, on my Birkenstocks. So I'm open to getting a shout out about what other kind of shoes can I walk in. Now, back in Austin, I was like walking I was hiking everywhere, and I never wore socks or tennis shoes when I went hiking. I mean, maybe I should. I don't know. I just don't. Anyway, but if you have a recommendation about a shoe that I can wear, and I'll happily, get that shoe and see how it works out. But I'm more open. So these shoes have really gotten me a long way. Used to this is the other one is actually in better shape, but the one on the left foot, maybe I got a dragon left foot. I don't know. Okay, is there a purpose for this video? Well, okay, so, going back to the interview I did yesterday, which was kind of cool. I was asked because, I'm taping in a RV here, and, so there is flexibility. I want to talk a little bit about the lifestyle that I've chosen is to be a little bit of I'm a little bit of a rambler, kind of rambling with what I say and then rambling in life. No, but what's nice is I'm able to do my work from any location. I can work in the RV. I've got Wi-Fi out here. I can work. Usually, I work inside the house in the morning. I wake up super early every morning and get to work. I'm able to manage my contracts back in Texas and kind of look over and see what's going on there. I still get all the phone calls for the office, so really wherever you're at now with the technology we have, and I don't have a fancy phone. This is my little iPhone. I think it's like an iPhone 5. I know I get judged because it's so small. But it works. so that's really kind of cool about the flexible lifestyle community, what they do, and I'm kind of like living that, and I really like it. And pretty soon I won't be in the RV anymore because it'll be too hot, and I'm really sad because I've enjoyed this experience. As a kid, we never really did stuff like this, like go camping, or get an RV or something. And I always kind of envied, other people that did it. So now I'm kind of like in here and I'm like, well, this is workable. This is doable. That would be kind of fun. And so over the summertime, the folks that own this are going to be taking it. So, but I'll be babysitting the house. So I could be just totally radical and wild. Everybody will be gone. So anyway, there's a couple things I wanted to talk about, and I'm like pondering. Taking a walk outside felt really good. The breeze feels really good. Also mentioning here, I'm just gonna like bring up some random stuff because it's kind of I go squirrel anyway, so I'm just gonna go full out squirrel on this one. I kind of everybody knows I love color. I like to wear color or eat color or snarf it in or bathe in it or whatever. Lately, I've been kind of called to do more things with root, and so I've been doing the ginger root. Steeping ginger root, shred it and I steep it for about 15 minutes, and then I let it sit for a while and let it fully release its beautiful power, and then I mix it in a with water, with good water, and also fresh squeezed organic lemons, and so that's been something I've been doing routinely, and I feel pretty vibrant. And I don't know if you can see, I don't really wear a lot of makeup anymore, but it seems like my skin has been clearing up, and seems a little bit more. Last time I said it was doughy, but that's not right. It has like, it almost looks like it's got dew. I've been kissed by the dew, not the doo doo, but the dew. I don't know what's wrong with me. I feel like a kid today. Anywho, so that feels good. And then I've been the turnip has been coming into my brain. I just like information comes in and I kind of ignore it thinking, well, that's weird. That's weird, But then I'm like, so this morning I was sitting at the kitchen table with my friends here, and I said, I think I want to put the turnip on the grocery list. I just put stuff on a list and they get it for me. I just feel so blessed. Thank you, universe, for bringing me everything that I need. It's beautiful. Anyway, so together we sat down and I pulled up the benefits of turnips, and it's like a little white root, looks like a potato. And then I learned some cool, like, really cool stuff about it. I wish I had it up on the computer now, but I don't. But anyway, I always thought that it was kind of like a potato, but it has a little bit of starch in it, but not a lot like a potato would. But it's covered with all kinds of like minerals and vitamins. I mean, it is like super sonically jacked up. So I put that on the list today because it's been kind of calling me. And somebody was mentioning, my good friend Mary, who does a lot of healing work with whole life design, mentioned that some folic acid or something like that, just because I'm always working on the skin I'm in. So I work on the skin level, but what it's really doing is it's addressing the inside of my body. So, anyway, I think that turnip is maybe kind of a cool solution to look at, that just kind of popped in. So I wanted to share that with you. Okay, now I have something else I want to talk about because I get feedback from people, and most of my feedback is private. It's like a secret. Shh. I cannot disclose who said what or what was said. Now I could disclose what was said, but not who said it. Anyway, sometimes when I work with people, or even like my friends, that we have really great experiences of sharing and caring. I love you. You love me. You get it, right? Anyway, and it could be by my clients too. Is that they'll say something good and then they'll say something bad, and I say the same thing to either what we call good or bad. Again, those are just words we use. But whatever they say, I kind of say the same thing. And this is what I say: how wonderful. Okay. Now, I've been called out a couple times by people who are close to me. So not necessarily. Sometimes my clients will do it if they've been repeat clients because they were like, "Hey, I noticed a trend here." But it'd be kind of like, it's like I notice that when I say that I'm hurting or that something is sad or something, it's like you're not listening to me. You just kind of go into that, into some sort of a comment like, how wonderful, you know? Now, again, on the flip side, on the other side of the moon. So, but I don't get that when like something, oh my God, you won't believe it. I just won a new car, a Mercedes Benz. And I'll be like, that's wonderful. There's no like, well, you seem to say that all the time. Oh God, I'm having so much fun today. Ah, yes. Anyway, so Um, okay, I've gone squirrel already. Okay, so when you say something, when a person says something to me that has a kind of a negative emotional or connotation to it, I say that's wonderful. But something, and then they call me out like, whoa, did you just hear what I said? Or are you just not really listening? I'm like, no, I heard what you said. But if it's, I got a new elephant to ride on Friday night. I'm like, whoa, how'd you do that? They're like, yes. That hasn't happened, by the way, but I think it'd be fun to ride it, like on the top of an elephant. I think that would be fun. Anyway, so I say that's wonderful when anything occurs because at the moment of an experience or an occurrence or an awareness, it is kind of like sparking. It's like boom, 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 sparking new possibility in your mind and in your heart. And so I'm not so much about the mind. I think I was when I was younger, which was like last week. However, but now I'm really heart centered. So I notice that when things kind of land here, where I start feeling different things, that's a great opening for me. And for the other person I'm talking to. So if they're having an experience where something's kind of like whack a doodle poopy head or like womp womp womp, it's great though because you're really learning about yourself that you know what I'm feeling this way, and then you start feeling like I'm out of alignment. I like doing the Kundalini. I'm all about Kundalini. I went squirrel again, but I love Kundalini. But when we notice when oh man, ooh that hurt me, and now with me it goes into my solar plexus, that we have awareness like, okay, well, that happened and I felt it in my body and it didn't feel good. Didn't feel good. So it's not just the mind doesn't feel good, it's like the body doesn't feel good. So when you go into that and you notice that you have some awareness about the body itself, then that's a great message for you right there. So it's an opportunity just to stop, drop, and roll. No, just kidding. You just stop and you pause. And then you really kind of look into what's happening, number one, with the body, because I'm always about the body. Just like I'm with color, the body is the best messenger system. It's better than anything you got. It's right here. And guess what? It's free, 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 free for this lifetime. So use it up because it's an infinite amount of wisdom and messaging system within. So I say that's wonderful because when a person has something like comes in that's kind of yucky, that they have an opportunity to take a look at that. And maybe it's always been yucky, and maybe they were kind of okay with it, but now they're noticing it's yucky and I don't like it. Okay, that's a great place to be in awareness, to be in hmm, hmm, this is really bothering me today, but I'm like 500 years old now. I know I look like I'm like 33, but I'm like 500 years old now. And so, but it's really bothering me now. I think it's time for me to let go of that. Let go of that. I'm going to say it again. Let go of that. And so, something that's been held in our system, whether it's been held in um, our consciousness and our cellular activity, or even in our Akashic records, that it may be something that's still holding in there. And then once you snap in, like, let it go, let it go, let it go, it's an opportunity to let it go. Okay. And you don't have to, a lot of people want to go through a process and discovery. It's just let it go. Whew. With that being said, I'm going to let you go now because I'm on a timer with how long I can do these. But I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And hope you have a most beautiful day. And I know that you will. I can feel it right from my heart space. May you be blessed.